Sorry.
Good evening, St. Augustine, and how the heck are you? You'll notice there's two very handsome men here. Neither of us are Troy. He's off doing some Troy stuff.
Harbing indeed once again on this fine Thursday, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the
Bozard Ford Studio
for this fantastic episode of Bollocks this evening. Mr. Remo, how are you doing, sir?
I am well. I am always happy to be working with a Blevins, and I'm always happy to be working with you.
All right. So we have a lot of talk. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, sir. So let's get straight into it, sir. What do you have in your hand right now, sir?
Well, I'd like to tell you about Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. It's a long time. Bozard Ford Lincoln has a recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com or see them just off of Route 16 and 95.
All right, thank you, good sir. And we are currently in the AD Davis complex right now. So it's right so fine for me to let you know about the fine folks at AD Davis Construction. When quality matters, trust AD Davis Construction. North Florida's experts in high-end homes, commercial builds, renovations, and historic restorations. With over 71 years of experience, their dedicated team delivers craftsmanship you can count on and relations built on trust. They don't just build buildings, they build with confidence. With integrity, performance, and results that keep over 85% of their clients coming back. From concept to completion, choose AD Davis Construction, where your vision meets their legacy of excellence.
Well, we all know it's Nights of Lights in St. Augustine, and when you're walking around downtown looking at those beautiful lights, you might get a little bit thirsty, you might get a little bit hungry, and right there on the waterfront is Meehan's Irish Pub and Seafood House. Whether you're craving classic corned beef and cabbage, fresh seafood from their raw bar, or their famous bangers and mash, Meehan's is where locals and visitors feel right at home. Grab a pint in their cozy Irish pub, unwind upstairs at Johnny's Oyster Bar with stunning views of the Matanzas River, or kick back in the backyard with tropical vibes and a Caribbean-inspired menu. The pints are cold, the food's unforgettable, and the welcome is always warm, only at Meehan's, where you can enjoy the lights and enjoy your meal.
All right, we have some other fine folks that we need to run down here on this sheet right here. We got A to Z roofing and waterproofing.
You said sheet.
Sheet?
Yeah, you said sheet. Sheet of paper. Sorry, didn't mean to throw you off. Carry on.
Dang it, when I was in a groove, you don't tell people to get out of their groove because now they're just going to mess up the rest of the time.
No, just go right on. This is good for you.
All right. So anyway, so once again, we want to say thanks to A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia and Moultrie Creek, Dinato, Andy Sanchu, Mr. Electric of St. Augustine, Brightway Insurance, and Casey Agency, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, the Saint Restaurant, Solo Stick, Abear Crescent Associates, Powell Heating and Air, St. Augustine Distillery, and City Gate Spirits. We appreciate every single one of you guys supporting us, and thank you to all of our listeners and watchers right now. We really do appreciate it. So,
right.
And we also do have sponsorship opportunities here at the 904 Now. So you can always contact myself at blake904now@gmail.com, or you can contact my dad at troy904now@gmail.com, and he'll forward that information to me.
All right.
All right. Good evening, sir. How the heck are you?
I'm fine.
That was a dyslexic question right there. I am so sorry.
That's okay. You didn't ask me to tell my left from my right, so we're okay.
Fair, true enough there. So, Lenny,
you've got a lot of things you want to talk about today, Blake.
We do.
I think we should get right into it. You're a little wired up when I came in here today. You had podcasts on. You had 16 podcasters yelling at each other on some show, and then out of the Kumuk was Pablo somebody or other.
Yeah. So the main story I want to get to today was earlier today, like around 5 a.m. One of my favorite podcasters right now in the U.S. is Pablo Torre. He has his podcast, Pablo Torre Finds Out. And earlier today, he in the past, he dropped stories about the NFL Players Association, including with the owners and the NFL itself to prevent players from getting fully guaranteed contract money. He also helped uncover bits and pieces from the ongoing NBA betting scandal right now. and it also helped reveal the Kawhi Leonard salary cap situation right now going on in Los Angeles. But the story that he talked about today with let's see, trying to forget the report name from Madison Pauly of Mother Jones was the two of them combined together to talk about former University of Kentucky swimmer and now political activist Riley Gaines, the former Kentucky swimmer who infamously tied for fifth.
Tied for fifth.
Yes.
She didn't lose a race. She came in fifth and tied. Just let's be clear about that.
Yes. So she tied for fifth in I believe it was the 200-meter freestyle at the 2022 NCAA Division I Women's Swimming Championships. She tied for fifth with University of Penn swimmer Leah Thomas,
okay,
who is trans. I believe Thomas transitioned during COVID. She was originally part of the men's team. Then when she transitioned over to the women's team, she started winning and competing for national championships. So Riley Gaines tied with Leah Thomas in fifth place at the 200 meter, and she actually Leah Thomas won the 500 meter, but the big story that everyone's talking about was the 200 meter race.
Right. So Leah Thomas came in fifth, Riley Gaines came in fifth, which means there were four other biologically female swimmers that did better than either of them.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Got to keep perspective.
Yes, but also another sore spot for Riley was that Riley actually got in the photo op. If you actually look carefully, Leah Thomas got the fifth place trophy, but Riley Gaines actually got the sixth place trophy. So another sore spot for there.
Mm-hmm. So longer reach.
I know after that point. So yeah. So after this after this story happens, like because Leah Thomas was always like known as like the most controversial college athlete at the time because you already started to have the debate in right wing circles about trans athletes competing in sports, like competing against like specifically trans women competing on women's team, trans girls competing on girls teams, because there is a biological advantage from trans male to females. So, but of course there is like that. But at the time, Leah Thomas did follow the NCAA sanctions at the time, but however, Riley Gaines has developed this tying for fifth into a whole like
industry,
empire.
Right.
It's incredible to see like how much she has grown from just being like a simple collegiate athlete, like competing on the national championships, now being like the number one like sports MAGA person in like that's close to the president of the United States.
I thought that was Aaron Rodgers.
True enough. So,
let me ask you a question. This race where she tied fifth with Leah Thomas was when?
It was in 2022.
So we're talking some seriously aged news.
Indeed.
This is nothing recent.
No.
Okay. And I don't think that she was the woman who brought it back into the forefront. It was Pablo Torre who brought this back up today, or what precipitated him to do it?
So today is actually so the main story. So the reason why this was brought up was because Pablo Torre and Madison Pauly from the Mother Jones wanted to figure out like why is she still talking about the trans women competing in sports, and to talk about like the issue there because Riley Gaines' main point is that her concern is that trans women are still biological males, and they're in like women's locker rooms, and so because they're in the women's locker rooms, they're sexual predators. They cause like sexual harassment to biological women in women's locker rooms.
Okay, I can't put myself in the head of a woman in a locker room, but I can ask a question. Have there been any occasions where there has been physical contact, sexual harassment, not perceived but actual, of a trans athlete in a woman's locker room abusing, attacking, harassing a female athlete directly?
It's definitely more likely that it has happened, but it's not like but we haven't heard like any like verifiable like investigation. We haven't heard like anything like.
So nobody's gone to a university, nobody's gone to a police that we are aware of. It may have happened, but it's not public knowledge to the best of our knowledge.
We have not. There's like little to no data about that has actually shown like trans women like on the team has caused like sexual sexual harassment, sexual assaults. We have not heard like any like physical data that we have seen or any investigations that we have seen coming from this.
Now, in college athletics, there have been hundreds of women who have been harassed, abused, sexually abused by people in the sport who were their caregivers.
Yes.
Coaches,
yes,
doctors, trainers. I think it's like the old horror movie. In this case, the threat's not inside the house, the threat's outside the house. It's in the locker room, but it's not the athletes. Mm-hmm. It's the people that are entrusted with taking care of those athletes seem to be a much larger problem for these women than the other competitors. And by the way, let's get a perspective here as well. Mm-hmm. In the general population, 1% to 2% of the population identify as trans.
Yes.
Okay. In college athlete, there's over just about 500,000. That's 500,000 college athletes. Mm-hmm. 10 of them are trans.
Yes.
So, and in the Olympics, and Barbara Jean was mentioning the Olympics. And hi, Barbara Jean, how are you? Always lovely to have you.
Thank you, Barbara.
Go Vikes. Vikings, let's clarify that. It is 0.001%. So that's 1,000% of Olympic athletes are trans. Mm-hmm. So as many thousands of Olympic athletes there are, 2, 3, maybe.
So what I heard, I think I remember like in like January, I believe was the president of the NCAA at the time, was asked how many like total student athletes are trans. I believe he said out of the 500,000 registered athletes in the NCAA portal, officially 10.
10, yeah. I mean, there may be a couple more, but again, you're talking 10 out of 500,000.
Yes.
500,000.
Yes.
But you almost have better odds of winning the lottery.
Yeah. But I still think it's a little bit higher than that. So
all right. Well,
no, I think those odds are around the same for getting like $2 on the Powerball though.
That's all.
I
have really bad numbers.
I'm having awful luck.
I have really bad numbers, it would seem. Anyway.
Yes.
So now Pablo Torre is working with Mother Jones. For those of you who don't know, Mother Jones is a magazine that's been quite around for quite some time. It is a liberal-oriented publication that does deep dive and very, very competent research on their articles. And he is working with a reporter there to continue this story. Again, why this is news, I'm not quite sure. And I'm sure that Riley Gaines, on one hand, appreciates the attention because she has a book to sell.
Yeah.
So there is a monetary incentive for her to keep this in the news and keep her book selling.
And plus she also has monetary incentives outside of the book as well because she's been paid like multiple times to like go speak at like major major Republican like fundraising events I think like apparently in earlier this year at a Harris County Republican fundraiser. She got paid like $25,000, and I believe we'll talk about the DeVos family later, but they're like a high donor for her for helping her set up her own center, the Riley Gaines Center at the leadership conference,
supported by Amway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And supported by
the DeVos family. I don't know if
Magic.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
As
they're continuing to work on the Pride Memorial, but carry on.
We're going to talk about. I have a lot of stuff to talk about the DeVos family as an Orlando Magic fan, but we can get to that later. But the
cognitive dissonance of it all. Oh my goodness! How will you sleep at night, Blake?
Yeah. So, but my main thing, like the main thing that wants to bring up, like that Pablo and Mother Jones bring up is talking about like her time as a swimmer at Kentucky, because at the time her coach was Lars Jorgensen, the head swim coach for the women's swimming team at Kentucky,
who she acknowledges is or was one of her best friends.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I don't know if they still are.
And the reason why that's been brought up is because there was allegations against there was allegations against multiple assistants at the Kentucky program for sexual harassment and sexual assault to the other male assistants at the time to the women's swim team, and actually in October of this year, I believe it was the USA Conference for Safe Sport banned Lars Jorgensen from being on the deck and banned him from coaching for life for like multiple grooming allegations and multiple sexual harassment allegations as well, which like for all the talk about biological males in the locker room, it's already happened. Like there's already been accounts of biological males in the locker room. It just so happened to be like coaches taking advantage of these athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the same time, sure, you can keep going on Fox News, Outkick, and all that, and like still say like, oh, we need to get biological males out of the locker room. It's like, yes, I agree. Yeah, like you can say that, but you have to acknowledge. But you have to acknowledge at the same time, like most of the issues come from the coaches, like bad acting coaches, rather than just like trans women that just want to swim and compete.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got trainers, you've got coaches. It's tough. Otherwise, it opens up a whole new world for female trainers, female coaches to be in there. But you might have a better trainer or a better coach who's a male who wants to take care of the woman team, or it won't work. Mm-hmm. But again, there's a lot of stuff in the news nowadays about the women's gymnastic team and the team doctor who was horrifically horrible. I think the guy's in jail. Was that Nassar?
Yes.
And I don't know if he's in jail.
Yes,
I think he will be there for a couple of hundred years.
Yeah. And actually by Larry Nassar, the former, I believe was the trainer or doctor for the USA gymnastics team,
right.
because there was a story with Riley Gaines and Simone Biles, I believe it was last year or earlier this year, where Simone Biles testified to Congress about the horrors that herself and her team faced with Larry Nassar, but Riley Gaines took that clip of her talking to Congress and saying like Simone Biles talk about the horrors, the horror that her team faced with sexual harassment and sexual abuse, while at the same time
that had nothing to do with trans people.
But she also talked about Simone Biles, like the quote Simone Biles talking about other girls dealing with sexual abuse, i.e. trans women in the locker room, is like and like the other photo had Simone Biles tweet talking about like, don't talk about this. You have no right to talk about this.
To Riley Gaines, telling her that she was taking Simone Biles out of context.
No. It was about a different tweet, but Riley Gaines tweeted that. I'm gonna find the tweet for you right here. But
because Riley Gaines hasn't been sexually harassed, she believes that there's an issue with this, but she lost a race. This all comes down to lost a race. Nobody laid a hand on her to the best of our knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. So she got beat.
Yeah. So
by and let's leave Leah Thomas out of that. She got beat by 4 other women.
Yes.
So
yes. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, because of the push by Riley Gaines and like how close she was, it still is to President Trump. Like she was like the administration was able to get like the NCAA to change all these rules against the NCAA to ban trans people from competing in sports. They were able to get U.S. Olympic Committee and Paralympic Committee were able to said trans people are no longer able to compete in Olympic events for the U.S. national team. And they were able to get I believe it was a deal under Trump administration in the University of Pennsylvania where Leah Thomas went to school for Penn to pay the Trump administration $175 million and to remove
cowards and capitulation. If you ask me.
Yeah, to remove like all the investigations, Title IX investigations, and plus to agree to wipe Thomas from the record books.
It's an extortionist. It's an extortionist administration.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to put the screws to you. We're going to take away all your funding. But if you pay us, we'll give it back to you.
Yeah.
So basically, the administration can be bought, which is something we've known for 4 years ago and now. Mm-hmm. The first term, second term. It's a cash grab. But, now he's going on a bigger scale. Mm-hmm. He'll sue. Well, I'm waiting for the gajillion-dollar suit for the BBC.
I don't think that's going to happen though.
I hope they laugh at him.
Yeah, I do hope so.
If more people say, "Very nice, have a nice day, go run a country."
Yeah,
you know what? It'll end.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But every time somebody bends the knee or capitulates, unfortunately, my alma mater gave him money. And again, it's the trade-off. They paid him $30 million to get back $250 million. So on paper, it's a good deal, but integrity is worth a lot more nowadays, and there is little integrity in a lot of places in America, unfortunately. So it's just tough.
Yeah. So, so we'll say the last thing I want to bring up is like because like the one big thing that Pablo and Jones brought up was like like this whole anti-trans, like the anti-trans movement that Gaines is pushing, it's very easy to get people along with this when it comes to like talking about sports because talk about like trans people in sports is like an easy gateway drug to talk about like other issues that are happening within the trans community because it's fine to talk I think you should have a healthy debate on talking about like trans issues it should be good to talk about should trans women be in sports, should trans men be in sports because there's a whole other offset of trans men in sports as well.
Right. So women who've transitioned to men who are playing male sports, is there a hue and cry there? Because are these new men now competitive?
Yeah. And plus, but I remember years ago, the whole I believe there was an Oklahoma high schooler that transitioned from female to male and wanted to compete with that they want to compete with in like the boys wrestling tournaments, couldn't at the time because of Oklahoma rules, and unfortunately a trans male who's a trans boy who was taking hormones had to wrestle against the girls. Still had to wrestle against the girls.
Well, I don't think that was fair for either of them.
No.
Certainly not the women wrestlers. But all right. Again, I come down to the fact that we know of arguably 10 people in intercollegiate athletics. So even if it's 100 and you include high school and all athletics, you're talking 1 million people and you're talking 20 people. I'm not going to say it's a tempest in a teapot, but it doesn't affect me personally. But if you're competing against somebody who's trans, or you're trans and want to compete against somebody who is of your new current gender, it affects you personally. I think outside of that milieu, those people, there's other issues. I think, we're losing control of educational freedom. We're losing control of different voices. Universities and colleges are being told what they can teach and, more importantly, what they can't teach because somebody doesn't like it. That's not academic freedom. That's not the American ideal. So, it's a tough situation. But again, I'm not going to get worked up over 10 people out of 500,000.
Yeah.
There are more important hills to die on, and this is certainly not one of them for me.
Yeah. So all right, we got a good 20 minutes out of that. So
I know this was very important to you to get going.
I know, I just want to get that out there. I saw the podcast today. I was like Pablo's one of my favorite podcasters right now in the entire world right now. Fantastic sports podcast. If you love sports and you love investigative journalism, he's your guy to go to. So
right, and if he's working with Mother Jones spends a lot of time on their research.
Yeah.
So,
all right, but so talk about funders of Riley Gaines. I want to talk much about the DeVos family.
All right,
because
you are just wired today. You are wound up, my friend. You keep going. Let's go.
It finally feels nice to finally take over a major show for,
you go, baby, go.
Hey,
take it and run.
Oh, geez, Lenny, you're on my keynote pad right now. The keypad, jeez.
Wow, was it on me? Did I get it stuck on me?
Yes.
Hey.
All right, don't
make me push buttons because I don't know which ones I'm pushing. I know one.
Push the red button. Don't push it just yet.
Oh no, the red button. That's it. It's final.
All right. So the DeVos family. So the DeVos family. They're most notorious for owning the alleged pyramid scheme known as Amway. That they have a bunch of soap, vitamin distributions, Herbalife. You might have heard of that. So I believe the company net worth is around $9 billion around 2023, but of course they had multiple investigations from the Federal Trade Commission. So they've been investigating if they were a pyramid scheme, and a lot of critics online saying that that's just a Christian multi-level marketing scam. They infiltrated churches to help people get involved in these recruitments.
Okay. I think infiltrated might be a strong word, but okay.
It's true. It's definitely possible with like with what we know about the DeVos family, especially.
Well, they're one of the wealthiest family in Michigan, which is
yes.
tough considering the Fords live in Michigan.
Which is surprising to know that they're from Michigan, and yet they own probably the best team in Florida, the best basketball team in Florida right now, the Orlando Magic.
Okay. Well, I don't think the Pistons were being sold to them or would want to sell to them.
No,
They also own the Amway Arena.
Yeah. So yes, they do own I believe. Actually, I don't think they own the Amway Arena anymore.
No?
So,
All right.
but
They just pay naming rights. Good.
No, they actually dropped the naming rights for Amway because it's now the Kia Center.
They went Kia Center?
Yes.
There you go. Lucky it's not. It would have been funny if it was Ford.
Yeah. So, so as mentioned, they have like deep ties to the GOP. It actually started over the $200 million donated to conservative campaigns since the 1970s, bankrolling everything from anti-abortion PACs to school voucher pushes that criticize the assault on public education. Most famously in the realm of education, Betsy DeVos, who married Dick DeVos in 1987, it was Trump's first Secretary of Education. So she was a heavy proponent of school vouchers and school choices in the Department of Education. She also campaigned for for-profit charters, rolling back Title IX protections amid scandals. Her husband Dick at the time ran for Michigan governor, and while Betsy's brother Eric Pence founded Blackwater,
ooh,
the mercenary firm infamous for Iraq war atrocities.
Oh yeah,
in 2020,
private military contractor.
Oh yeah, in 2024, Dick and Betsy funneled cash to a pro-Trump sheriff's fellowship run by ultra-conservative think tanks, and also its calculated fusion of Amway's American Way ethos with Christian nationalism, reshaping state houses and DC corridors. But in 1991, the RDV Corporation, which is owned by Richard DeVos, bought the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
So you have like a league that's notorious for being like a pro-liberal, like organization, because NBA players like speak their mind about like a lot of social issues that might be like confluent with like the ownership group of the Orlando Magic, like because you have like Paulo Banchero, Franz Wagner, I believe in the past Aaron Gordon, and who else? Nikola Vucevic talk about like social issues in the United States at the time, because I do remember one player, Jonathan Isaac, who's still on the Orlando Magic. I believe he was the only player in the NBA bubble where everyone kneeled for the national anthem except for Jonathan Isaac on the Magic.
Okay.
So in 2023, the DeVos family donated to Ron DeSantis' super PAC, which was actually signed not by Amway or the RDV Corporation, but it was actually attributed to the Orlando Magic itself.
Interesting.
Oh, so,
what did the NFL have to say about that? And just to clarify, there was a question. The DeVos family does not own or have anything to do with Herbalife.
I'm sorry about that.
It's just comparing multi-level marketing schemes.
I think they have their own like knockoff brand of that. I think I may have gotten that.
Yeah, they don't have anything to do with it other than advocating for leniency for multi-level marketing scams.
Yeah, so here's where I messed up on. So I thought it was Herbalife. They have their own brand that I remember like when they advertised. It was I believe it was Nutrilite.
Okay.
That's their own like Herbalife knockoff. So it's not Herbalife. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Richard DeVos family, please don't sue me. No, I thought I was doing so well, and then
you're doing fine.
Oh, gee.
It's just a question of whether or not they're related, and they're not. But they're both multi-level marketing corporations, and that's where their tie-in is, because they're trying to work on legislation to create leniency for multi-level marketers.
Yeah, and like,
hey,
so
get in at the top, and you can make a lot of money. Get in at the bottom, and it could cost you a lot of money.
So we could like this is where I feel conflicted about because I know like they're okay as NBA owners because we went to we went to multiple playoffs. We went to 2 NBA finals. We had a lot of great talent that we could have paid. However, it's unfortunate that unfortunately the team I love the most, like that I've always supported, besides the Reds, Dad, is the Orlando Magic, and it's just unfortunate that they have like this ownership. Like, and I know like other owners have like the same issue as well. Like Glenn Taylor of the Minnesota Timberwolves, he's a Republican mega donor. I know. I believe it was formerly of the Bucks, Herb Cole, who also founded the Cole's shopping train. He used to be a U.S. senator as well, a Republican senator as well. So it's not surprising that like NBA owners are Republicans. It's just unfortunate, like the way that they keep donating to Republican causes. It's just like, do I really want to support the Orlando Magic? Like because they also have they keep donating to GOP issues and also anti-LGBT issues, because they also donate to Focus on the Family. Mm-hmm. But also in the rafters of the Kia Center, they have a number 49 to memorize the 49 victims of the Pulse shooting. Mm. So at the same time, it's like, okay, you can't just like tribute do you really want to tribute to these to like the individuals there, but also at the same time donate to money that might not support the ideologies of the victims? So.
Well, I have 3 words for you. New York Knicks. You could have James Dolan as your owner, so you're not gonna win one way or the other. But I just looked it up, and he's he'll give money to everybody. Mm-hmm. So he'll fund Republicans, he'll fund Democrats, he'll fund the Save New York PAC, he'll do Lee Zeldin, he'll do Kathy Hochul. So which is interesting because they were both running for governor at the time, and mm-hmm. He donated to both of them.
Yeah,
so that works. It's just tough.
Yeah, so
but the Knicks are still winning, so
Yeah, so
we'll take it.
Yeah, so some of the bigger I've been looking at this as well. So some of the bigger owners of the bigger NBA owners who donated to President Trump include Miriam Allison, who owned a majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks, the DeVos family, Jimmy Haslam. You also have David Blitzer of the Philadelphia 76ers, Glenn Taylor, who also owns the Minnesota Lynx and the Minnesota Timberwolves, who actually donated to Nikki Haley at first, but then also donated to President Trump's campaign, Herb Simon. But you also have people that actually donated to the Harris campaign.
What about Mark Cuban?
I think it was Mark Cuban, but you also have some WNBA owners as well.
Well, that would make more sense.
That'll make more sense as well.
But you've got to realize, Blake, that to own an NBA franchise, to own a Major League Baseball team, to own a National Football League franchise, or for that matter, even an NHL franchise, you need to be uber wealthy. And wealthy people tend to be, not everybody, but a lot of them tend to be Republicans, because Republicans tend to protect big money people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just legislation works on protecting money, lowering inheritance taxes, things of that nature, lowering tax rates for the 1%, lowering business tax rates for their organizations. It's a personal situation where you're going to make more money by supporting the GOP at times than supporting the Democrats at times, because it will be less money out of your pocket. Now, I don't think any of those NBA, NHL, MLB, or NFL teams are going to be missing a meal, regardless of how the legislation changes. If their tax bill goes up by 2%, you know what? Miriam Adelson is not going to miss a meal.
Yeah.
Neither is the DeVos family. Neither is the Dolan family. Neither are the people who own the LA Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I will give asterisk to Miriam Allison, because he's like the largest donor by far, because according to other issues, if you discount the $100 million to to Donald Trump from the Allison family. Like the NBA is definitely like in line with like the other the big four leagues like the NFL, MLB, NHL. So,
Yeah, but the Adelson family's been, when Sheldon was alive, he was a huge Trump supporter and donator.
mm-hmm.
And when he passed away, his wife just took over the corporation. I mean, she inherited it. She was, she now runs the organization. And she's just a large contributor. She's got a lot of money and she's entitled to do with it what she will.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of money. So she also owns a newspaper in Las Vegas, which is really very interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, so it looks like excluding
like George Soros, he's entitled to give his money where he wants, Barbara Jean.
Absolutely.
You got a lot of money, you can give it where you want. You can say what you want about the man, you can say what you want about Lillian Adelson. They come to the same, they meet in the middle and they go in their different directions.
Yeah, but
so it's not a tit for tat situation. They all do it.
There's other ways to give out the money though, besides just giving to like political committees, like sure, like probably like all the money that the money that Soros gives, like I know that he gives a lot to other charitable causes as well, but you can always give more to those charitable causes besides just like giving money to like, I don't know, Kamala Harris, like
right. There are more direct ways. Look, you give money to a politician, it gets sucked up into organization, it gets sucked up into ground game, printing, mostly TV commercials. The best thing for the economy in this country is a competitive race, because all you're doing is spending money on ad revenue, and printing. Now, does that trickle down to the poor people? No. So if you want to do something, why don't you donate $100 million to a food bank, especially now?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you donate $100 million to a housing initiative? Have an effect on society as opposed to the people that are going to control society. Because even if your candidate gets in, there's no guarantee that whether their heart is in the right place or not, they're going to be able to accomplish what's going to be good. And there are better ways to spend money with a direct result. Give it to Home Again St. John's and get people who are unhoused in housing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things to do.
Indeed, Lenny, there definitely a lot of great causes around here and around the U.S. and around the world that need the money, but like I understand like supporting a candidate here to get some money, like but for probably like Mark Cuban or like Steve Ballmer, like $1 million, $5 million is going to be like a lot for them to
right.
give
They're
out.
Not going to miss a meal.
Yeah. And plus they can also use that. However, they can use that $1 to $5 billion to help like change like a local organization's life, right. Like to help like support a lot more right. people than going for like one person that needs to focus on like a general base rather than just like helping like people out in like a certain area.
Trickle down tends to evaporate before it hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You can say trickle down all you want, it never gets there. It just doesn't seem to, as in my experience.
Yeah.
But and Steve Ballmer, you brought him up. He used to own the Supersonics and the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he's still got a share in them. He may, but now he has something called USA Facts, which is an information-oriented newsletter that comes out, I guess, once a week, that parses whatever's going on in government and information. And I'm pretty sure he's apolitical in that. So it's really a pretty interesting site because it's fact-based, hence it's called USA Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good one to watch.
Yeah. And look, Steve Ballmer's definitely like a charming guy. Like I definitely do like him. Like trying to say that like here I have a website for you. I can get you the facts. But the issue there is like you like with like other organizations, like you're still gonna get the bias from Steve Ballmer. Like here at the Now for Now, we have a bias. Like I have a different bias from my dad. You have a different bias from my dad. My dad's a different bias from all of us. Barbara Jean, Bobby, like they all, like Kenny, they all have like different biases to what they like. So like even if we set up like our different organization, like if like each one of us sets up like a new news organization,
mm-hmm.
and then like try to report on the same thing, we're still gonna have like a little like a little bit or a lot more spin about like what's actually happening. So
well, there's everybody's got a bias one way or the other. It's hard. You just got to be careful with preconceived notions. you've got to be careful of, putting your biases out there, especially in a show like this where we're trying to be as fair as possible. So, often my bias comes out. I've been trying to tamp it down a lot more lately. And I hope I've been more successful about it. I haven't had your father's blood pressure up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So when he comes back next week, we'll see what we can do for him.
And I definitely know, like, I'm definitely, like, I agree with you, like, a lot more things than like what my dad will be saying, like, right now, if we talked about the same issues that we talked about today, he definitely has like a different opinion about like what's happening in society right now with trans people, with political donations, but it is like unfortunate that we can't have a true debate without like either one of you guys raising your blood pressure.
Well, we're working on it. We're getting better.
Yeah.
But political donations, it all comes back to Citizen United, the Supreme Court, when they decided that a corporation was a person, and that's just ludicrous.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. And, there should be caps on how much you can donate. Doesn't mean it's not, doesn't mean you can't meet somebody in an alley with an envelope stuffed with hundreds. It's a lot harder to track that. But I mean, the PACs are ridiculous.
Mm.
Everybody's got a PAC, and it's a way to avoid caps and donation minimums or maximums.
Yeah.
And both sides do it. There's as many Democratic PACs as there are Republican PACs. Any senator worth his salt is going to have his own PAC out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's you go into Congress with $20 in your pocket and you come out with 20 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was somebody who did a couple of exercises to see if they just followed, and I think it might have been Nancy Pelosi. If you just followed her stock buying, you would have made an awful lot of money.
Oh yeah.
And I'm 100%. Sure if you did it with Lindsey Graham, you would as well.
100%.
So, it doesn't matter. It's just and whether they have inside information or not, who knows? But, until you, and it's in a blind trust. It's in a blind trust. I don't know what it's doing. My financial advisor, who I have his arm's length, is taking care of it for me. Well, good for them, and get me his number. No offense, Corey. You're doing great for me. Don't stop now. So.
Right. Yeah. So, I definitely do want to try to follow like a congressperson's like stock information. Unfortunately, right now, I just don't have the money for that right now. So, you
can do it in economy of scale. If they're putting in $100,000, you put in $1,000.
Like I have 1,000 right now. Jeez.
Renegotiate your rent. I told you, I'm only taking 5% if you hire me as your agent instead of 10%. We'll see what we can do for you.
True. All right. So the last two topics I've been leading on. So now, Lenny, I moved the delegation over to you. You get to hold the torch for a little bit. I want to hear a little bit more about some Harry Potter facts.
Well, this will just lighten things up a little bit because we're going to stay away from J.K. Rowling and her personal animus toward a lot of different things, and just treat her as a successful authoress.
Yes.
Author?
Yes.
I guess author is gender non-specific?
Yes.
That's fine. I will do that. But I was tooling around a little bit and found out that the Harry Potter franchise is worth $32 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman put in an awful lot of time with it when it came down to it. She spent 7 years writing this. She would sit in coffee shops and cafes and write this story. She was turned down by 12 or 13 different publishers before she finally got it. And I got news here. The person that decided to publish her book finally, very happy. Very happy. Her first book was, 500 copies. And it sold. And then there was a reprint. And it came out, and, my notes are at home, which doesn't help anybody, but still. It came out in, I want to say, is it 97?
I believe so, yes.
And, they changed the name because in Europe, it was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. For the United States market, it became the Sorcerer's Stone. And at one point in time, these books were so popular that the first three Harry Potter books, the Sorcerer's Stone, the Chamber of Secrets, and the Prisoner of Azkaban, were 1, 2, and 3 on the Times bestseller list at the same time. That is a pretty amazing feat. The movies have gone on. She's expanded the universe with Fantastic Beasts series. She invented the game of Quidditch, which is now played on college campuses. It's become a real game, a real sport. Man, how they get that little flying thing going is pretty impressive.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong camera there. From what I understand, like I believe they use like a lacrosse ball,
Right.
In some instances, because
Wow, that would hurt.
Because I remember, like, because Flagler has Harry Potter week.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So it's still an annual tradition. And I actually remember years ago, like years and years ago, like 12 years ago, they the Flagler Quidditch team used to have had a Kickstarter to help raise funds for their activities in the program.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was successful or not, or they just got like constant bullying online for posting about it. So,
I don't know. I mean, it's a fun thing, and it's a week. They don't muck around over there at Flagler. They do it really well, and they decorate the entire college. They do sorting hats. They put kids into different houses, and people invest in it. They really buy into it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a good way for the college community to interact with each other. You may make new friends out of the deal, and I think that's pretty wonderful.
Oh, never mind. I just gotta look at it. It's actually a volleyball.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit bigger. Yeah, lacrosse ball would hurt somebody,
Yeah, geez, it's like so it's still ongoing. That's surprising. Like
Harry Potter week?
No. The Quidditch teams, like the Flagler Phoenixes.
Flagler Phoenixes. That's a great name.
Indeed.
But I mean, what this woman created is fascinating, because she wrote the seven books. They became movies. I actually, before Julie and I saw any one of these movies, I read all the books first and then was able to watch the movies and really enjoy them. You watch the entire cast grow up, because they started as very little children, very young children, and grow into young adults through the series. It was a very successful Broadway play that won Best Play. There's video games.
Mm-hmm. There's actually a Food Network, a Food Channel baking show.
Yes, right, for the holidays, exactly.
And plus now the big thing is, I believe HBO Max is going to be having a TV series about Harry Potter.
It comes out in, I want to say, 27. They're doing a live action retelling of the story. I don't know if it's going to be the books themselves or they're rewriting it, but they've been working on it for a couple of years, and it's in production now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's
dude, it wasn't like a graphic like that you had over there that just had like the total like number like franchises.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to find again. Well, the big one out there, which is not going to get caught, it doesn't seem, is Pokemon. $147 billion for Pokemon, and it's a mere 32 billion for Harry Potter.
Yeah, so that's like incredible. Like because of some like the bigger franchises, like your video games, like little family fun video gaming as well. So I'm just not surprised to see like Pokemon, Mario
Brothers is $38 billion.
Yeah,
but for perspective, Spider-Man on his own is worth $29 billion. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, mere $35 billion.
Yeah, and I believe that's because
Spider-Man's taken out of it.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, actually, because Sony owns the rights to make the Spider-Man movies. But when like the Marvel, when like Disney produces like a Marvel movie and they want to have like Spider-Man in it, they had to contact Sony to get like some like rights to get the Spider-Man character in the movie.
It's interesting too, because Batman is standalone from the DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
But what I find interesting is, who's bigger than all of them? Disney princesses. Disney princesses are $46 billion. Good for the girls. Star Wars is $70 billion.
Mm-hmm.
We go down to your town of Orlando, and Mickey Mouse and Friends is $74 billion.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea who Anpanman is. ANPANMAN is worth $56 billion. Kind of looks like the male version of the doll from Squid Games that would shoot you if you didn't stop when you're supposed to stop.
So that's a Japanese children's superhero.
Okay.
So quote is a kind and friendly hero who gives parts of his own head to feed hungry people. He regains his strength.
His own head.
He regains his strength when quote Uncle Jaren bakes him a new head.
Okay, so he's like a gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Here's two surprising ones that you might not have realized. Winnie the Pooh, $76 billion.
$76 billion for
Go figure. Yeah, $460 million at the box office. And then the rest of it is merchandise. There's a lot of stuffed Winnie the Poohs out there, I guess. That's a lot of stuffed little Winnie the Poohs. And Hello Kitty at $89 billion. So
Winnie the Pooh, that's largely different. Wow, that was surprising to hear. Like I understand like Mickey Mouse, Star Wars, Hello Kitty, like being that much. Winnie the Pooh,
$76 billion, and as I said, $460 million of it was box office sales. $76 billion of it, or other than the $460 million, the rest of the $76 billion was merchandise.
And from what I understand, Winnie the Pooh's banned in China because
really,
yeah, because like years ago, people were making memes about the Chinese president Xi Jinping,
right?
And they're basically saying that he looked like Winnie the Pooh.
You should take it as a compliment.
Yeah, and because
they should send them some honey.
And because of that, like Winnie the Pooh images are banned online. And I even heard a rumor like when they have like Shanghai Disneyland in Hong Kong in Shanghai Disneyland and Hong Kong Disneyland, they banned Winnie the Pooh stuff for a bit. I think they brought him back, so it's like, but there was a time because of people kept making fun of their dear leader so much that Winnie the Pooh was just off the internet.
Well, I'll give you a comparison. Everybody knows Star Wars.
Yes.
Baby Yoda was big. Star Wars is $70 billion. Winnie the Pooh is $76 billion. Go figure.
Yeah.
You know, they had box office of $10 billion, home video of $9 billion, video games of $6 billion, and the rest of it, merchandise. $42 billion worth of merchandise. So.
Yeah, so
Winnie the Pooh, $76 billion worth of merchandise. That's a lot of bears. That's a lot of stuff bears.
So what's to make up for Pokemon? Of what you said, they were like,
okay, Pokemon is $103 billion worth of merchandise, $28 billion worth of video games, $12 billion worth of trading cards, $1.7 billion at the box office, and manga and comics is $1.5 billion.
That's
so again, it's all merchandise.
That's great.
And it's interesting because they're not counting the trading cards as merchandise.
I think they do.
Nope.
Yeah, that's right.
Nope.
They don't count it.
Nope. It's taken out of that.
Jeez. So just off the trading card value alone, that's $12 billion. But that doesn't include like the inflated values of the. I don't think it includes the like the auction off like trading cards
No, once it gets into private hands, there's no way to follow the value of these things. And again, you know, you may have a Pokemon card that'll be worth $300. You have to have somebody who's going to pay you $300 for that card.
Yeah.
But apparently, they introduce 100 new characters every few years, and they brand and break out new merchandise. So that's how they've done so well with that.
Mm-hmm. So officially right now, according to Pokemon itself, and what they call in the National Pokédex, which is what they call the archive. Do you want to guess like how many total unique Pokemon species there are?
I know Pikachu.
All right. Did you want to give out a number or like
Pokemon's? Well, if they bring out 100,
I'll give you a hint. It's bigger than 2, but less than 1 billion.
Well, thank you so very much. It's and the first number starts with a 1, right? There's 100 new characters every few years, and Pokemon's probably been around for a while. There's probably 3,000 characters.
Okay, so currently right now there's 1,025 unique Pokemon species, but yes, but number like the evolutions, like mega evolutions, like stuff like that. The official number is 1,164. When did this I'm trying to find. So officially, the franchise started in 1989, so 2025.
Okay.
So
35 years.
Yeah, so you gotta keep like adding new. But at some point though, this is gonna be like
I don't see anybody walking around looking for the little Pokemon on the ground anymore with Pokemon Go.
I think it's still there is still around, but wasn't like as huge of a craze as it was like back in like 2016 when people were just like swarming Central Park to try to find like a Charmander.
The plaza here in town. You'd go downtown and all you'd see is people face down with their phone in their hand looking on the ground for Pokemon.
Well, that's mainly just like college students now.
Okay. All right.
I think thankfully I got rid of that bug as soon as I graduated. So
that's it. You left it in your old dorm. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It was definitely nice. I think, and also thankfully I only had a dorm for 1 year because of COVID.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. See. So it's a lot. Did your iPad just shut down on you?
It did. Why is that?
Oh no! It doesn't need a charge, or
I don't know. It was fully charged.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's at 51%. It's back. It just didn't like Pokemon.
It
could be haunted.
I guess just much like I guess it must like Digimon more. I guess. Dang.
I don't know.
Nerd reference there. So.
Oh, you know what it is? It got kicked off of the Wi-Fi. Now it got kicked onto the Wi-Fi. There you go.
That was weird. Like, why did you like reboot it like that? That happened to me like before as well. So, all right. So,
I don't know. You're my technical guru. What happened? Don't worry. We'll worry about it off the air. We got 5 more minutes to close out the week because this is my Friday. You have another day in the barrel.
Got one more day here at the booth. So
Troy will be back tomorrow.
Yeah,
he'll be back for the morning show, and apparently he's got 2 cents.
Indeed, and he does.
He's got the last couple of pennies kicking around with his 2 cents.
I know he keeps kicking around the dad advice though. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what he talks about tomorrow morning. But real quick though, it is Thursday night football though. Real quick, Bills and Texans thoughts, Lenny.
My thoughts are, and I'll tell you in a second. Goodbye, people. I'm going away, but I'll come back again another day.
Yeah. So right now the Bills, it's Bills Texans tonight. Bills are a -5 favorite according to Hard Rock Bet. Let me go and check the player props right now. So it looks like it's going to be Josh Allen against Davis Mills. Josh Allen's supposed to expect to be like around 200, and most popular guy to get an any type of touchdown is James Cook, along with Josh Allen at 155.
Well, of course, I threw another 4-way parlay out there. So I've got Dalton Schultz getting 50 yards. Dalton Schultz receiving 6 receptions. Come on, tight end. James Cook getting 80 yards, and Josh Allen throwing for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I like my thing about like Thursday night football is like I know you're supposed to play like a regular game, but
it is a regular game.
Yeah, but there's like a part of me that thinks like the team wants the players to go easy for a little bit, unless necessary for like Thursday night football games. Because I often like play like the under, but however I know like some people in like the booth at like the Guitar Tower at Hard Rock think like, okay, people probably want to think the same thing as well. So they might like lower the line more if more people keep playing the under because it's Thursday night football. Everyone plays off on Thursday nights.
Well, we're getting to the time of year where the week gets shorter. Buffalo played on Sunday. They're playing on Thursday. Detroit plays on Sunday. They'll be playing their traditional Thanksgiving game on Thursday. So when you've had, 6 days between games or, a week or 6 days between games, now you're down to 3 or 4 days between games. And if you got to travel, that cuts down the time as well. You're at the end of the season, so guys are in shape, but, this is where the injuries kick in. And we're 2 weeks away from college being done on Saturdays. And then the NFL swoops in and picks up a couple games on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
And then just for good luck, they'll throw in a Friday night game just to confuse people even more.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Black Friday game next week, actually.
Okay.
Just because we have the 3 Thanksgiving games. I think it's, I'm trying to confirm what the games are on Thanksgiving. I know it's I know Lions and Cowboys. Let me go and double check and confirm for you guys right here in a bit. Because I know the 8:20 game Thursday night, No, never mind. I'm on college football. I need to go on the NFL. I don't want to go to you. I don't want to go to you yet. Let's see. So next week. So next Thursday.
Green Bay and Detroit.
Yep. Chiefs.
KC at Dallas.
Yep.
The night game is Cincinnati and Baltimore. That's another one they threw in there. The Friday game is Chicago at Philadelphia, which would have been a laugher last year, but Chicago's playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And Philadelphia is mercurial. They're confusing.
Yeah, and I'm definitely surprised. Like the NFL didn't flex out Broncos Commanders yet. So, but there's not
Well, the Broncos are an exciting team now.
Yeah,
they got a good defense. A crazy quarterback who is inconsistent, unfortunately, on my fantasy team. I think I told you this. I drafted Bo Nix for my fantasy team, and there was a computer that was running the draft, and I said Bo Nix, and the computer laughed at me. He's having a reasonable season, but I got laughed at.
Yeah. So real quick, for tonight's Thursday night game, I think I'm just going to go with a simple Bills -5.
That should be fine.
I think it's just like the simple way to go for me. So, but we have reached the deadline, sir.
Well, we will see you, or I will see you on Monday. You'll have the pleasure of Blake and Troy tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed Bollocks this evening. Indeed. For those of you who watched live, Barbara Jean, always a pleasure. You keep those cards and letters coming, and go Vikes.
Yep,
the purple people eater are purple. How can you go wrong with a purple team?
Indeed, and thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And if you guys, if there's anyone else out there that wants to help support the Now for Now, or have like a new podcast that you want to bring to a professional studio, you can always contact me at blake9fornow@gmail.com. And with that out of the way, let me do my best, Forrest Gump. I'm warming up my hands, Lenny. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Press the end button.
Ooh, look at me producing the show.